So welcome back to the second episode of the Internet Chronicles, where we cover wacky internet stories. In this episode, we're going to be covering the second part of the Shia Lebeouf "He Will Not Divide Us" story. Uh, Over here we got Robert Kelly. Over here we got Victor Vargas. I'm your host today, David Hicks, or DJ. And basically, where we left off last time is the Museum of the Moving Arts shut down the stream for Shia LaBeouf. So after that, he takes the stream to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he sets up another 24-hour live stream. And he claimed he wanted to make the area a safer space. But basically, during the stream, there was some crazy stuff that happened. Like, there was even like a group of men that showed up to the camera and would even like brandish a firearm. They're basically threatening Trump and his supporters in a way. It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, my favorite character, that entire guy who came out to sponsor the 1484 record company, all grilled out teeth or had the apple biters on. It was so cool.
It is honestly so cool. He had the Miami Heat hat, no?
Yeah.
We love
The Miami Heat.
Basically, on the 21st of February, camera got spray painted, just straight up vandalized. And then just a little bit later, the live stream got shut down because of gunshots reported in the area. But after that, this is where 4chan just goes crazy with their just straight
Go mode.
determination to shut down Shia LaBeouf's plans. Basically, Shia, he takes that live stream and he moves it to a location in Tennessee, which no one knows that yet. But basically, it's just a camera pointing at a flag straight up into the sky. So the only thing you can see is the flag, the sky, and like the clouds and planes going over. But in order to find where that flag was, Poleboard, they had to use what they started with was the daylight cycle in order to find the time zone, which that was pretty quick. They were able to eliminate 2/3 of the United States just right off the bat because of just when the sun set and when the sun rose. And then what they had to do after that is they saw planes go overhead and they used the contrails to map the flight patterns. And then what they did after that is they looked at the reported flight patterns with the FFA, and they started matching up possible areas. And then once night fell, they were able to use the stars in order to determine where the camera was pointing and directly locate where the camera was based on the flight patterns of the plane and the direction of the camera. And after that, all they did was, because they had a general location after that, so they had one of their members drive near the area honking his horn to see if they could hear it. And then when they could, they flew a drone overhead in order to find it. It was so, they had to use advanced trigonometry in order to do any of this. It was insane.
It's so funny the fact that Shia LaBeouf put it in this field thinking like, dude, no one's gonna find this. You know what? They got me twice, okay? They got me in New York. They got me in Albuquerque, but they're not getting me this time.
Exactly.
Then
He went through so much to make it undisclosed.
yeah.
4chan is like honestly better than like actual forensic scientists. If I ever go missing, just post me on 4chan. They'll find me before the detectives do.
And then when they did find the flag, what they did is they took the flag down and rose up a MAGA hat and a MAGA t-shirt in replacement. It was so funny.
I'm not really so knowledgeable in this area. What's exactly a MAGA hat and shirt?
So MAGA just stands for Make America Great Again, which was Trump's whole slogan. And since the He Will Not Divide Us campaign was anti-Trump, they were putting up Trump merchandise in order to troll him.
Yeah. It's so wild the fact that like when you look at a flight pattern map, it's just like all these planes just like crisscrossed all over the place. The idea of them having so much motivation just to mess with Shia LaBeouf and go through all these.
Yeah, there were a lot of flights to sort through.
Hmm.
And then after 4chan took down the flag and replaced it, Shia then relocated to a location in Liverpool where he put the flag on top of the building of the Foundation for Art and Creative Technology. It's kind of like a museum type place again. And basically there were a lot of different strategies that 4chan had like thought up basically, but one of the prevailing ideas was because there were buildings of similar height on either side of the foundation. Basically, what they thought up was gaining roof access to one of those buildings and jumping across, because they weren't able to get roof access through the foundation because they had blocked off the top 2 floors. So their plan was to get to a nearby building, get on their roof, and then just jump the little gap between the two, sneak past the cameras, and then replace it. Which they managed to do all of that, except for replace it because they didn't have scissors to cut the zip ties that held the flag. And at that point, the cops were called and they had to run away, which they did successfully. They managed to escape the cops. But that whole plan failed because they didn't have scissors.
It's funny to think that something like flight patterns or like security or like police don't stop them. Then there's zip ties, and it's like, damn, we're screwed.
Yeah.
All that effort for nothing, bro. Like, I'd be so mad if I scaled the whole entire building and my homie forgot to bring the safety scissors with them.
Pretty much. But because of that threat, Shia did end up moving the flag, which you'll get to hear about in episode 3, where we cover the last bit of this story. So do make sure to like, subscribe, and come back for the 3rd episode. It's been your host, DJ. We got Robert, and we got Victor. So we're out.
Guys.